Well, good morning folks, and welcome to another video. Welcome to the channel. I'd like to say a quick hello and a quick thank you to one or two new subscribers I've had over the last day or two. Thank you very much for subscribing, and I hope you find the content useful and interesting. So as I say, welcome back to the channel. This is another review video. This time we're in PREPAR3D, and you're looking at Auckland, New Zealand, November Zulu Alpha Alpha, the new release by Flightbeam Studios for PREPAR3D versions 4 and 5. Now there is one video up on YouTube that shows you quickly what it looks like, but that's in PREPAR3D version 5.2, the latest version. I use 4.5 when I go back to forays into PREPAR3D, so I thought this video might be useful to show you what it looks like in PREPAR3D version 4.5. I shall put up details of what I talk about, but just to let you know, at the moment the purchase price is $19.99 US. I'll put the approximate prices up in euros and in UK pounds. The download after you purchase it is 1.1 gigabyte, and it installs to 2.46 gigabytes. There's also some very useful information about the install and about how to have this scenery work correctly with Orbix North and South Island, which I have installed, and as you see, what you're looking at is Auckland International Airport with the Orbix products installed. So we'll take a look at that. It's quite easy to do, it's very useful, but we'll take you through that. So let's have before we proceed any further, let's have a quick look at their manual, and so that we can see what you have to turn off and what you don't have to turn off in terms of conflicts with the scenery. They've done a great job in dealing with that. I don't see any issues at all, but we'll take a look at that and I'll just take you through it. Okay, so here's the manual. As I said, New Zealand HD, Auckland International Airport. Let's have a quick look through. Gives you a little bit about the history there, and shows you the layout of the scenery area in the simulation, and goes to great lengths there to say that it's compatible with Orbix, and tells you that you must use the Orbix troubleshooter to render certain files inactive in order to make it all work, and I'll show you that in a minute. So here's a quick start guide, which is quite nice. As I said, when you purchase this, you'll get a download of 1.1 gig and a zip file showing the manual and an executable. Recommend that you deactivate antiviruses as usual, antivirus software, and do a clean install into your PREPAR3D version, whichever it may be. It takes about 30-40 seconds to do it, it's all done. After the install, you'll be asked to go into Flightbeam Manager. Contrail is the MSFS 2020 version. They do say that this will be released for Flight Sim 2020 in August, but for now, for PREPAR3D, after the install, you'll be asked to go into Flightbeam Manager and log in, and it gives you various tabs here according to whatever sceneries you've installed. You click on the NZAA tab and it gives you things that you can activate and deactivate to your heart's content. So let's get to the conflict files. So if you go to troubleshooting in Flightbeam Manager, you'll see that it runs and then it picks up a lot of different files which it says are potential conflicts. Some of these files don't always are not always with New Zealand. I found it picking up supposed conflicts with San Francisco, which I have installed, and Phoenix as well, and one or two other bits and pieces. I decided to disable them all, and all you have to do is simply click these bars and it turns it off. If you look there, it shows you the BGL and it shows it as off, and you can reactivate again through the Flightbeam Manager. Jetways work, but you'll need the SODE add-on, SimLogic Display Engine, which is a separate add-on and it's free to have the jetways work. And here it goes into detail and tells you about using the troubleshooting tab in Flightbeam Manager. Dynamic lighting, again it tells you how to get into your config file and to increase the values of these two points so that you improve your lighting. And lastly, it gives you a series of recommended settings. At the bottom it says it's optimized for PREPAR3D version 5, but it works perfectly well in version 4, and we're about to have a look at that. So that's it. Once it's installed, I recommend a reboot, and then use something just to clean up your temporary files before you open PREPAR3D, and away it goes. The default installation goes straight into PREPAR3D location, wherever that happens to be. So here we are again, then back at Auckland. Let's start by having a close look at the airport from the terminal aprons area, and have a good look. Just general overview here. As you can see, this is the international terminal here, and this is the domestic part here. It's a large airport. Wellington is actually the capital of New Zealand. Auckland isn't, but Auckland obviously is one of the two major airports, and Flightbeam also do Wellington, which I've got, and that's a stunner, so I'm expecting a lot from this. So let's get down and dirty, close up, and have a good look. So you can see they've done a nice little bit of work there on the edging. And the ground texture is grass, and the runways looks really quite nice as we can see it, so as we approach. So runway 05, single runway airport with a long taxiway next to it. Very, very nice. Static aircraft included by the looks of it. And you can see the jetways start to populate as we get closer. Very impressive. Let's get over the car park. This is just a quick overview of how it looks. Detail is amazing. Once again, they've done another fantastic job. A great developer, Flightbeam, one of my top developers. And look at the detail. Traffic's on, and it's going around the roads as well in the right ways. Very nice. Road markings are clear. We've even got road signs here of different signage. Cars look great, buildings look great. Let's just look at the detail here. Yeah, it's really extensive and impressive. Done a real job on this. So once again, tracking towards or away from the terminal central area, just having an overview look. It looks really, really stunning. Detail's incredible. If this is what it looks like in PREPAR3D, I can't wait to see what it looks like in Flight Sim 2020. And Flightbeam do say they will be releasing this for Flight Sim 2020 next month. That's August. You can't fail to be impressed by the detail here. Done an amazing job, and this is PREPAR3D version 4.5. Looks a lot better even in version 5, so I'm told. Anyway, it's midday. I've got no weather enabled, just to allow you to see all the detail. Just a little anomaly here. We've got water. It's a bit of bleed through. Maybe something to do with the layering that I have, but I can sort that out. It's just a minor for me. So continue on backing away from the airport. I think there you go. What you can see is we're coming towards the bay, and the waves are overlapping into the scenery. And again, you've got the same little issue here. So there may just be a little per version 4.5 issue. Just going to continue doing this for a minute or two so we can get a look. Boy, does it look impressive. There's the VOR station there. It's a remarkable scenery, and again it's hard to see where their scenery stops and the default or orbit scenery begins, but it does look impressive. So let's get into the terminal area, have a close look. So this looks to be the general aviation part at the north part of the airport. So here we're looking inside one of the hangars. Just the detail is incredible there. Very nice touch there. And there's another little building. As you can see, you've got this window reflection which gives you the illusion of things going on inside. I don't think this is built up inside. We'll have a quick look. Now, as you can see, just the structure, but that's okay, not a problem at all. Another hangar there, just tracking across it. Going to go through this aircraft. Sorry about that, but look at the detail inside the hangar, incredible. So let's continue tracking towards the southwest. The DHL building over there. I look at the fence work and the gates, the ground markings. You've got oil spills and bits and pieces there. Some container dollies there. It's fantastic. Detail's incredible. Air New Zealand hangar there to the right. Again, you've got the details of the car park are amazing. Can't wait to see what this is going to look like at dusk. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Really want to just get across this area and let you have a good look at the detail. Here's the fire station. Very nice there. Again, look, you have this illusion of stuff going on inside. They've even detailed these doors so you can see that. That I think is impressive. Continuing southwest. Look at the detail, incredible. Flightbeam have stated that they actually went to the airport and visited many times, and they built this up with the cooperation of the airport authorities, which I think is fantastic. Let's have a close look at those buildings over there. Another detailed hangar. Very, very good. And another detailed building over there which has the same reflections on the windows. Gives you that illusion of what's going on inside. So continue our tracking along the ramp area. As you can see, plenty of little bits of clutter. Very detailed car there. And look at this, just look at the oil splattering. This is very, very well done. The jetways are sewed. As I say, they work if you have the sewed animation tool installed. Let's have a quick look inside, see if there's anything inside the building. Right, as you can see, it's sort of partially developed. Wonder if this probably looks better in the dusk or darkness hours. We'll have a look in a minute. Animated car there. So again, we're continuing along here, a close look. As you can see, the stand detail is excellent. These jetways are complete in every detail, including the stairwell and the air conditioning or the power units. Very impressive. So let's have a look at the control tower. So I can just get this right. Right, so the control tower is not modelled inside. Not a problem. There's a quick look landside of the domestic terminal there. You can see cars and the details excellent. We've even got little signs here, and the stairwell faithfully reproduced. Air conditioning units on top of the buildings here, and the cars even follow the road correctly. There's the fuel farm. Stunning. So a quick look over the international area, which I expect to be just as excellent. It's impressive. It's impressive, very impressive. And again, attention to detail is incredible. Look at the antennas that have been modelled. That's amazing. What a job they have done. A couple of was odd power unit down there, ground power unit. Lots of little bits of stand clutter. It's really nice. So we're coming landside of the international terminal. Again, the ground modelling is really really good. I mean, obviously it looks better the higher up you are, but the modelling is just stunning. Look at those buses. A hotel on the left there. It's really impressive, very impressive. It's a Novotel, okay. Never been to Auckland, New Zealand, so I can't profess to understand everything as it is, but boy does it look impressive. There we are, looking at the international terminal from landside. The detail, attention to detail, is stunning. It's probably one of the best sceneries I've seen for a long time. Huge congratulations to Flightbeam for doing this. It's incredible. What a project. No wonder it took so long, but what a treat it was. Okay, so let's have a look at dusk and see what it looks like at dusk time. Have a look at the lighting. Right, here we are at dusk, looking out over the bay, over the terminal there. As you can see, lots more traffic. Lighting looks impressive. I love the way the traffic goes, and it's all accurate. Doesn't seem to go the wrong way down different bits of scenery that shouldn't be there. It's great. That looks impressive. It looks really amazing. Shadowing on the building's really good. Hotel's nicely lit there. So if we go up a little bit, now you can see the lighting there, ground lighting on the international terminal and the hotel, and you can see the sun reflecting there on the ocean in the distance. So a general overview there of the airport. It just looks incredible. Very pleased with it. Let's have a look at the approach lighting to runway 05. So there we are, looking down runway 05 to the northeast. You've got the T-bar approach light system, the vase eyes are there too, and you've got the flashing white lights either side of the threshold. Let's just run in a little bit. Touchdown zone's good. Runway lighting is adequate, it's more than adequate. Very impressive. As you can see, they've also got these dirt marks on the runway, which are just as they should be. Just want to have a look at the signage. Yeah, plenty of signage. Can't see any double signs at all. Textures look good. Taxiway signage is excellent. The green lights are just as they should be. So just a close-up look at the stands and the lighting as it looks. It's really good. You can see inside the terminal windows there. You've got that illusion, although it's not very bright. But again, it's not a problem. The whole thing just looks incredible. And there, look at the reflections on the ramp there where the oil is. There's a good example of how good the lighting is. You've got rain mixed with oil marks on the ramp there, and you've got lighting shining, reflecting off it. Very impressive. So another little look at the internal area behind the domestic area. Control tower there, nicely lit. And finally looking across the international terminal. So let's have a look at the same thing at at night time, see what it looks like. So once again, here we are in the dead of night, and you can see, I mean, this part of the world does get really dark, and once you go into the southern hemisphere, the darkness tends to look really dark. But as you can see, we're looking over the international terminal. Let's move a little closer. Again, you can see the reflections in the oil and the water stains on the ramp, and the lighting is excellent. As you can see, the green taxiway and centerline lighting is fully developed. The only thing that's missing are the blue airfield edge lights, but it may be that they don't have them in New Zealand, I don't know. But most airports have the blue edge lighting that basically delineates the boundary of the airport, so to speak. So taking a little look across the taxiways here, so you can see the signage, which is again well lit. Very impressive. You know, I mean, the airport layout, it's good. Places like this are quite difficult to navigate anyway, but boy does it look good. And you have what I believe to be the mandatory lit windsocks, which most of the decent airports have nowadays. Or is it? I don't know, let's have a look. Oh, it's just maybe just a... Oh, it's the ILS antenna. So tracking back towards the central area of the international terminal here. As you can see, the lighting is just amazing. Stunning. There's no other word for it. Stunning. Beautiful. Just beautiful. I love the lighting. It's very impressive. So you have the same problem here in P3D as you do in flights in 2020. I think it's an Orbix thing really. You've got these floating lights here that have no poles or anything like that. I mean, they look nice from far away, but obviously up close they look as though they shouldn't be. They're just floating orbs. It doesn't really spoil the effect, but it's just something you may notice and wondering what's going on. Flights in 2020 has the same problem. Asobo have these floating white lights that really enhance the airport from far up. Let's go up a bit. As you can see, they extend out and they light up all the roads and things like that, so they do an amazing job to do that, and that's quite impressive. But when you get up close, they just don't look as though you should be there really. But it's an issue common to flights in 2020 as well. But to be honest, it doesn't really bother me. It's not something you're going to encounter in your flights in here. So let's have a look at dawn. So here we are at dawn in the early morning, looking out over the bay there. As you can see, the lights still look great, and they actually light up the areas correctly. It's another thing I've noticed about the scenery. The lighting is extremely well done, because it lights the ramp areas and the other areas that in the way that those lights would do in real life. Very impressed. So looking northeast towards the domestic terminal in the distance there, control tower to the right. Let's go up a little bit and have a look across the airport. So there you go, we've got the domestic terminal just below us. The sun's coming up to the left there. It's really nice. So we've got the international terminal below us there, and the hotel, Novotel, to the right. And looking out over the airfield, lights are still on. Looks really good. You'll also notice that they've done work to the bay itself and the colours around the airport. It's not just they haven't left the airport, done the airport completely, ignored everything else. There are subtle changes around the airport and around the runways and the edging that just improves the whole experience. It's such an amazing transformation. Just a quick scan from high up here, you get an idea of just how good this is. Just panning away from the airport to see if anything else has been added. But as you can see, every attention to detail, done an incredible job. They pretty much left nothing untouched. Just stunning. Stunning product. Okay, just made a slight change to the time. It's 8:15 in the morning, so it's not sort of fully up and it's not fully down, as it were. But looks nice. Just really looking at the shadows and the effects on the buildings and the area itself with the slight change of time. So looking towards the northeast there, you can see the sun's beginning to come right up, and here you can see shadows cast by the light poles, and you can still see the mucky ramp surfaces. Exceptional. The detail is exceptional, absolutely incredible. So here we are, 4:30 in the afternoon, just another light change again, just to see what the reflections look like. And here you can see the ground reflections of the buildings. I love the traffic, to be honest. I haven't got loads of traffic turned on, but I've got enough because I really kind of wanted to see it. But you can see they follow the roads pretty much exactly. They're on the correct side of the road as well. They drive on the left in New Zealand. And just stunning, absolutely stunning, beautiful. It's really impressive. So there you have it. This is Auckland International Airport, November Zulu Alpha Alpha, scenery by Flightbeam Studios for PREPAR3D version 4 and 5. What you've just been looking at is a quick review and tour at different times of day or night, and this installation is PREPAR3D version 4.5. So for those of you who hadn't moved on to the newer versions for various reasons, whatever they were, obviously when you move up to a new version of PREPAR3D you pay for it again. So those that you have stayed with 4.5, hopefully this review will have helped you to decide whether you like this or not. So thanks for joining me in this video. As I said, welcome to the channel, welcome to the new members. Thank you for joining and for signing up. I appreciate your support. Look out for a flight from Melbourne to Auckland, New Zealand next week. Hopefully I get in time. I'm going to be away the weekend this video releases, taking my son down to Plymouth for a bonding session and enjoy a couple of days together. So hope you guys have a great weekend. I hope you've enjoyed this review and it's helped you a lot. Look out for the Melbourne to Auckland flight sometime next week. Not sure which airline we'll be flying it for, but we'll be flying out of Melbourne, the Orbix Melbourne, and down to New Zealand, so you can see an approach. So thank you once again for watching this video. If it's something you like, I really would appreciate those of you who are watching to like and subscribe. It costs you nothing, but really helps my channel. I'm happy to answer any questions in the comments below. And one last disclaimer, I bought this product at $19.99. I have not been paid by Flightbeam to review it for a free product. So it's all mine, and the thoughts and comments are my own. Would I buy it if I knew all about this? Absolutely. Thoroughly recommend it. Can't recommend it highly enough. So thanks again. This is Lee, Virtual Airline Pilot, ending another review, this time in PREPAR3D. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.